Anamorphic lenses. So I love anamorphic lens. Anamorphic lenses are super expensive in the Hollywood world. You get yourself a ARRI anamorphic lens, Cook, all those expensive brands, they're in the 10,000 to 100,000 level. There was no way that we were ever gonna get our hands on it until a company like Sirui made an awesome anamorphic lens. And for the first time this year, an anamorphic lens with an autofocus. That blew my mind because I have a handful of different Sirui lenses for my different cameras and they are all manual focus and it's difficult. You will need to get yourself a big screen so that way you could see if you're in focus or not. But now I don't have to use a screen. I like to use a screen sometimes when I'm on a tripod, but the times that I'm on a gimbal, I don't have to use it because our Sirui lenses have autofocus in them. I love these lenses. They are my favorite, and for some reason, I feel like they're just not as popular when they should be, right? You want to get the movie quality? Yes, I got the expensive Nikon lenses, 24-70 f2.8, but you want that film look? You got to get yourself an anamorphic lens that creates the film look with that amazing lens flare. You see this flares in all J.J. Abrams and Christopher Nolan films. The squeeze is 1.33 squeeze factor, so when you bring it into Premiere, you right click on the video file and go to modify and then interpret footages, then change the pixel aspect ratio to anamorphic 1.33. This will automatically stretch out the video, so be sure to adjust the size to fit your timeline screen. When I make videos for my clients, even though it's just a corporate video and so on, I use my anamorphic lens and it just has that movie look that separates your video from others that might not be using it. The clients are impressed. They love the way it looks. I don't know why, they just know that it just looks great. Sirui has both 20mm and 40mm t1.8 aperture lenses at an amazing low price below $700 and sometimes at $600 if you're lucky and find it during sale. It covers Super 35 APS-C sensors, front filter thread is 77mm, and it only weighs 1.35 pounds. It has an autofocus button and a manual focus, so you could use it as a cine lens. And then on the side, it has a button to turn on aperture clicker. You could turn it on, so that way it clicks when you are changing, so you know exactly what setting that you're at. You could feel it, or you could just turn that click off so it's smoother. 99% of the time, it did a great job focusing on the person that I needed to be focused on. Quick pro tip, our iPhones are kind of wide angle. It's not a typical 16:9 rectangle, it's longer. Because I know a lot of people love to watch their videos in their phones, I also make my aspect ratio in Premiere to fit this length instead of make it, because a regular 16:9 you're gonna see black bars on the side. You see it, and when you enlarge YouTube videos, you see black bars on the side. They're wide angle, but still black bars. I fill that up by simply bringing it into Premiere. In your sequence, keep your width at 3,840 pixel. The height, change it from 2160 to 1920. So then it becomes a little skinnier. You're gonna see a little change. So it's just perfect. It's not super wide like how an anamorphic video would become. It's just perfect that when you play your video in your iPhone, it fills it up and it looks great. And try it out. I think it's my favorite cinematic aspect ratio right now. It has a USB-C port on the bottom. It had one firmware update. So I plugged it in, went to Sirui's website, followed directions, and did an update really quick. It's just transferring a file into it. This pops in like it's an external drive. You get the update file and you just drag it into it like it's in a folder, and it does its own thing, and voila, instant firmware update. So I love how simple they made it to update this thing. And of course, they do have this autofocus lens for other cameras as well, Sony, Canon, Fuji, and so on. So awesome lens. So I definitely recommend these two Sirui lenses.